Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 13 of my Let's Play series. You join me over by my witch farm perimeter that I have been working on, and in between episodes I have been doing a bunch of AFKing. It's been about 2 days since I recorded the last clip, and I believe I've put in 6 or 7 hours of AFKing, and we've taken out a good chunk of the world, and what I'm going to do is show that to you in the form of a very quick time lapse right now. So let's get it going. And there we go. So you have seen the machine run. Basically, it just goes back and forth, and now we have this massive hole. Wherever you see sand, I have been filling in lava and water that comes up lower in the world, but we now have this space here. And if we do F3 and G, we can see that we have done 1 chunk, 2 chunk, 3 chunk, 4 chunk, 5 chunk, and we're into the 6th chunk of about 17 chunks. So there's quite a bit still to go. The tallest section of the map was actually right here, and we got past that without blowing up the machine, so I am quite happy about that. The witch hut itself is actually right there, so we're going to be coming up to that soon. And I don't know if I actually showed this in the last video, but I did mark out where the witch hut and the pillager outpost are with a block of obsidian that will not blow up, so we'll always know exactly where the bounding box of the witch hut is. That's important for when we go to build the farm. But yeah, so this is the hole that we've dug so far. Now the thing about this is, because this part of the map was so tall, I had to build the machine quite high. And so we're not actually getting down to bedrock on the first pass, which means that we have to do a second pass. Now I've been thinking about this, so we have made it down to this block here is Y13, 12. At the lowest point we're getting down to 11. So there's still, well, I mean, bedrock comes up 3 to 4 blocks, so there's still 7, maybe 8 blocks in places to take out of the world, which means that we do have to take a second pass at this. Now, what I'm thinking is if I build up a second one of these and run it at the same time, if they're always moving across together and I'm AFKing in one, they'll always both be loaded. Now, this assumes that they always run at the same speed, which they should. That shouldn't end up being a problem, but it's just if one ever breaks and the other keeps running, then we could end up with a problem. But the biggest problem that we end up with, actually, is that the minecarts fall out of the machine. And I've had this happen about 4 or 5 times already, actually. As I've been running the machine, every once in a while I jump out of the machine. I'll be sitting on the couch watching television while this is running, and I'll see from where I'm sitting in there that some lava is there, and I'll jump out of the machine, go down and take out the lava, and then sometimes I try and get back into the machine while it's moving, and sometimes I knock the minecart out, it falls out. It doesn't totally break the machine, I just have to wait until it gets back, and then do the same trick where I push the minecart into place to fix it. So I've done that 4 or 5 times now. So it's not a big deal if something does break like that. Now, the other thing that I had to do was if you're going to AFK in this for a long time, you need to deal with phantoms because they spawn at night. So you either need to be on here every 40 to 60 minutes to sleep, or you need to put a cat in the machine. So as you can see, I now have a cat in this machine, and I recorded a little bit of the footage of me trying to get this cat into the machine, which I will show you now. There's no audio for this because I was just working on it. No audio or anything, just while I was here in my spare time. But I'll show that to you now. And there we go. It was a little bit of an adventure. The village that I took the cat from is just over there in the distance. You can't see it. But yeah, I just used teleportation mechanics. At first I was going to try and get a lead and build a little bridge up here, but then I thought, if I just get some salmon, I can tame this cat, and it'll, as I take a step up here, it'll just teleport up here, and then I can nudge it into the minecart. And it worked absolutely perfectly. And then I just had to realign the minecart. So I've had this in here now. I think I put the cat in probably 4 hours of AFKing ago, so phantoms are not an issue. I did actually have to go back to my base to get some stuff, so that's when I got the salmon. I was totally out of rockets. I was totally out of food, so I filled back up on rockets. I've actually already used like 5, 6, maybe 7 stacks of rockets again. As you can see, I'm keeping multiple stacks in my inventory just because every time I see something down there, I need to go down there and fix it. I keep meaning to put my shovel back in here because of sand. So I've also got sand in my inventory for knocking out lava. I forgot to bring more sand back when I went back to my base. So I'm almost out of sand now as well. I might need to go to another block to knock out lava, but you can see I've also been picking up diamonds as I see them when I go down, and obsidian. I've been having to knock out quite a bit of obsidian as well. So yeah, it's just been a lot of AFKing over here to try and get this to a point where we can finish this up, this hole, and we can actually work on the farm. But what I really think that I want to do now is build up a second one of these, and I hope that it doesn't lag out the world too much. I have a fear that running 2 of them will be just too much for the world to handle, but just with the amount of explosions that'll be happening. But it's going to cut my time down by 16 to 20 hours, so I think it's worth it, and I believe I have the materials to do it in these boxes. I'm sure that I have enough materials in my redstone box here to be able to put another one of those together. So I'm going to build that up now. I'm going to build up a little platform here. It's going to start in the exact same position that this one started in, just about 15 blocks lower. So yeah, I'm going to build up a little platform, and then I will show myself building up the second machine in the form of a third-person time-lapse. So let's get it going. And there we are. The second machine is built up. First one there. This one is now here. The last thing that we have to do is put our mine carts in place. So one there and one there. And then we just pop the mine carts on. Slime is so slow to move on, but it's a great scaffold block because it breaks instantly. And then redstone. Always love when it doesn't blow up. Haven't blown this machine up yet, but it's probably only a matter of time before I do. And there we go. So we can take all of this down now. This machine is good to go. All we have to do is go to the other end and build up the return system. So the return system is quite simple after you've measured it out. All it is a sticky piston, and then a slime block, and then on top of it you place a glowstone, and then to the front you place a redstone. And now, oh, I've done this incorrectly. I need to break this redstone. What's important is that you take out this slime before you place the redstone, because now any update to that piston will move this forward. And then we just place a regular piston facing backwards on this block. And then here we do the second one. So sticky piston, slime block, glowstone, break the block underneath, redstone, and then here piston facing backwards. And this is totally finished now. Okay, I am back over here. I have fixed my inventory, so it's just sand, redstone blocks, and sponges for water. I have some more sponges somewhere, don't I? There we go. There's the rest of my sponges. The rest are wet. I need to set up a portal over here so that I can go and dry them at some point, because I had to remove my portal from the center of the world, but that is okay. So now let's give this a full test with both machines. So I need to activate this one, and then I need to quite quickly get over to that one and activate it. So there we go. Let's make sure it's working. It is. Now we need to get over here quite quickly. Jump down. Oh no. Oh yeah, of course. I've been doing this so much. Doing landing on here. Jump down. Get in the minecart. Break the block. Okay, there we go. And set off. So now let's just see how far behind that one we are. I don't think that that's going to be a problem. Let's just turn our block sounds down. And there we go. So we are now blowing up. Yeah, that one's dropping 2 sets of TNT, and you can see that it is now digging down even deeper. Now we're hoping that that one is going to clear all the way to bedrock and even clear out the blocks that are down stuck inside the bedrock. Because this machine only moves forward once, one block per time going back and forth, every row gets a lot of blocks of TNT, 4 directly, because 2 on each pass for each block of TNT, but also the indirect blasts from each side of the ones on each side. So all said and done, it's probably getting 20 or 30 blasts per line. And so what we're really hoping for is that that clears it 100% down to bedrock. Now what I want to do is increase my render distance a little bit here. Let's bump this up to 20 chunks just so that we have no fear of unloading. I'd like to be able to load this entire... Yeah, there we go. Now we're loading the entire area, and the rest will load in as we get there. But yeah, we can already start to see a little bit of bedrock there where the sand was. Takes a little bit longer for the stone to blow up, but that is a good sign that there is bedrock right there. You can see, ooh, and some diamonds. I'm probably not going to be able to get those because I'm going to stay up here. I usually only get out when I see water or lava, so next time I do, I'll take a pass over and see about diamonds. Not really that I need diamonds. It's a single player world. There's not really much use for them after you finish your tools and everything. And at this point, I buy all of my diamond tools from villagers, so really don't have any use for them at all. Every once in a while, you want to make a jukebox. Is about the only... Oh, look at the slimes blowing up down there. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now is actually, I need to start recording because I want the entirety of digging this out recorded. I'm going to be... Oh, there's more diamonds there. Just there. My plan is to show... Did that one turn around? It did. So you'll see this here. Update, move forward, move back. That's how that works. Oh, this is the glitchy direction. When you go in this direction, for some reason, it clips in and out. But my plan is to show you bits and pieces of the digging in these episodes, and then when the whole thing is completed, I'm going to do a special episode just of this entire hole being dug, and now you can see how far we're going as well. So that'll just be a fun time-lapse episode of basically an entire perimeter being dug. So now I'm going to AFK at this for as much time as I have today, probably 4 or 5 hours, and see how much of this we get dug out. And there we go. I have been AFKing for about 4 hours now. Let's just stop the third person. And this is the size of a hole that we have now. It is absolutely massive. We are approaching on the pillager outpost and the witch hut, which means we're approaching on halfway for the first machine. Yes, just halfway. So basically, I'm up in that machine, and then every time I see any kind of water or lava, I marked one out here, but I was getting attacked by mobs. Anytime I see this, I come out here, and I want to unveil it all, basically. Just like this. Dig, dig, dig until I find the barriers of it all. And then I place in sand until I knock down all of the sources. Just like that, and that should take care of all of them. But then you see, oh, it keeps going. So we got to get more sand, knock out all of these sources, these, this, there. And I just keep going until there is no more lava. And this is quite time consuming. This is actually taking... There you go. You see, you didn't even think that it continued there, but it does, and it's quite deep. So yeah, and I'm also removing a lot of the sand now as well because I was running out of sand. So I decided to start collecting it back up as I went. There you go. And a lot of the time that unveils more lava. So yeah, this is what is actually quite time consuming about this, and a lot of the time when I find one of these pockets, I have to stop the machines in order to properly take care of them, because these pockets are often massive pockets of lava, and I just don't have the time to do them before the machine gets out of range of me. Now, that one was absolutely massive. I just kept going with that one as far as they go, which is what I usually do, but that one took me probably half an hour to get rid of all of the lava, and that is time that the machine hasn't been running. So although the machine itself is going to take probably 24 hours of running to do, you also have to account for all of the taking out of the lava. This episode is basically just going to be progress on the perimeter and not much else. I'm just going to leave this now, and I'll get any sources tiny sources that pop up when the second machine runs over. But yeah, it's not going to be much more than progress on the perimeter, although this is a really cool project. It's a little bit more boring for the camera, which is why I'm trying to show the process and what I actually have to do to get this to work. So yeah, there's that. Oh, look at these, look at the vines growing down over my wall. That's interesting. But yeah, and then I look over here, I've just seen this now. What's going on here? Oh, now there's a water source and lava. That means obsidian. Oh, look at this. That's massive. Yeah, so now I have to stay here for a little while and get out of here. I have to stay here and knock out all of these and then knock out all of this obsidian as well. So I'm going to do one more time lapse, see how far I can get this machine to go before I have to post this episode. But for now, I'll be doing this. You're going to see my time lapse, and let's get it going. And I'm back, and unfortunately my recording software crashed while it was trying to save the recording of the digging, but here is the result. Look at this. This hole is getting absolutely massive. We have taken out close to half of the blocks that we need to take out. So we've taken out probably over 2 million blocks at this point. And the machines are running great. This obsidian that we have here is what marks out the witch hut. And that obsidian over there is what marks out the center of the pillager outpost, which are now totally gone. So yeah, the first one is taking it down that much. And then as you can see, the second machine does a fantastic job of taking out everything that is left behind. You don't see a single block other than bedrock anywhere in here as long as we take out all water and lava sources, which is actually the most time-consuming part of this for me. There's more AFKing to be done here, but that is a lot more time, and this episode needs to go out. So I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. I've noticed quite a big uptick in the viewership of the channel, and it makes me very happy to see that. And I just want to thank you all. And if you're not subscribed, make sure that you do subscribe, because it really helps me out, and it makes it so that you can see when my videos come out before just seeing them on YouTube. But again, I just want to thank everybody who does watch. Did this just break? That should have... Oh dear. Oh, that's not good. What happened? Well, I guess I'll be fixing this, but thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.